first match of the 1v1 Brawl Gauntlet. In this series, we will every Friday pit Niv Mizzet against a new opponent. The decks won't be 100% optimized, but they will be a good, accurate representation of real Brawl decks, and many featured have done very well in past FNMs. They will also not be rotation proof, but they are standard legal right now, so let's get into it. I'm going to start us off with a Dimir Guildgate and pass. Andrew is going to play a Foul Orchard and pass the turn back. I'm going to untap and play a Boros Guildgate, passing the turn. Andrew's land for turn is a forest, and he passes. I play a Foul Orchard of my own and pass. Andrew plays Hinterland Harbor, tapping 3 for Erstwhile Trooper, and passes the turn. I play a Cinder Barons and pass. Andrew plays a Swamp for turn and taps 3 mana to play a Notion Rain, taking 2, surveilling 2, and drawing 2 cards. He bins a Bone Splinters and draws 2. He then plays a Vampire of the Dire Moon and attacks for 2, choosing not to discard a creature card. I play Forsaken Sanctuary and pass. He plays Evolving Wilds, and then plays Path of Discovery, only to have it countered by a Dovin's Veto. He then attacks me for 3 and gains 1 off of his Vampire. I play Sarkhan the Masterless, -3ing and creating a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Andrew cracks Evolving Wilds, going and finding a swamp at his end step before moving to his turn. Andrew taps the mana and plays Muldrotha, passing the turn. On my turn, I +1 Sarkhan and I attack for 4 in the air. Andrew takes it. I then tap 3 mana and play Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage, using the -1 to force him to discard a card. He discards a swamp. Andrew plays Kaya's Ghost Form on his Muldrotha. He then plays Path of Discovery from his graveyard and attacks with Erstwhile Trooper. I block with a 4/4 dragon. He then discards a creature to give it +2/+2, which I respond with an Applied Biomancy, giving my creature +1/+1 and bouncing Muldrotha to Andrew's hand. It is now my turn. I -1 Davriel, making Andrew discard another card. He once again discards a swamp. I then play Niv Mizzet Reborn, revealing the top 10 cards in my library. From the top 10, I get a Death Sprout, I get a Primeval's Glorious Rebirth, I get an Absorb. The rest are put in a random order on the bottom of my library. I then +1 Sarkhan and attack for 8 in the air. At the end of my turn, I discard an Arlen and I pass. Andrew plays his land for the turn. Andrew plays Muldrotha, exploring and getting a land to his hand. He then plays Kaya's Ghost Form on Muldrotha, passes the turn. I uptick Sarkhan and attack for 12 in the air for lethal, finishing game 1. Game 2, Andrew starts us off with a forest and passes the turn. I play a Woodland Stream and pass myself. Andrew plays his land for the turn and passes. I play a Boros Guildgate and pass. Andrew once again plays a land, follows it up with a Yavimaya Sap Herd, getting a 1/1 Sapperling and passing. I play a Dimir Guildgate and still do not have a play. Andrew plays Temple of Mystery, scrying 1 and attacking me for 3, putting me to 22. In his second main phase, Andrew plays a Ruthless Knave, passing the turn. I play Meandering River and still do not have something to play. Andrew, after playing a land, taps 5 mana and plays Yarok the Desecrated. He then moves to attacks, and I play Tyrant Scorn, targeting his 3-2 and take 3 damage, putting me to 19. I follow it up with Dovin, Hand of Control, and -1 targeting Yarick. In Andrew's turn, he taps the mana to play Muldrotha. He then attacks Dovin for 3, putting him to a 1. My turn is uneventful, so I pass back. Andrew draws and attacks Dovin for 6 and me for 6 as well. I play Teferi's Time Twist to protect Dovin, flashing him out. I, however, do take 6 and Andrew gains 3 from Yarick's lifelink. At the end of my turn, I play Growth Spiral, drawing a card. Dovin then comes back in as a 5. And I tap the 5 mana to play Niv Mizzet Reborn, looking at the top 10 cards in my library, revealing them. Off of these 10, I get 3 cards: Vraska Swarm's Eminence, Applied Biomancy, and Ionize. Before the turn ends, I -1 Dovin, targeting Yarick, and I discard Arlen and Vraska. Andrew plays his land for turn and plays Severed Strands, sacrificing a Sapherd to destroy my Niv Mizzet. He then replays the Sapherd and gets 2 Sapherdlings instead of 1. He then attacks with multiple creatures, including his Sapherd that just entered the battlefield. Now this is a mistake as it did not have haste, however we both did not catch it at the time, so it is too late to go back and change it. But I wound up discarding Nahiri when I draw and passing, and once again Andrew attacks. This time I'm going to play Root Snare to save my life for the moment and pass the turn back. He is going to play the Ruthless Knave from his graveyard, and I concede, meaning that it is time for game 3. This game I start us off by playing a Forsaken Sanctuary and passing the turn. Andrew plays Overgrown Tomb, taking 2 from it to play Vampire of the Dire Moon. I play Simic Guildgate, passing the turn back. He plays Breeding Pool, this time tapped, and attacks for 1. I play Rakdos Guildgate, and I pass. He plays a Thrashing Brontodon and attacks for 1. I play Guildgate and pass the turn. He then taps 4 mana to play a Pitiless Plunderer, and in response, I play a Tyrant Scorn, targeting the 3/4 Thrashing Brontodon. He once more attacks for 1, and I take it. This time I play a Plains, tap 5 mana, and play Niv Mizzet Reborn, revealing the top 10 cards of my library. Among the top 10 cards of my library are Soul Diviner, Lawmage's Binding, Ionize, and Nahiri, Storm of Stone. I wind up discarding the Lawmage's Binding and the Soul Diviner. Andrew plays Final Parting, searching for a card to his hand, and Yarick the Desecrated in his graveyard. He attacks for 1, and I take it. I then play another land, I tap 3 mana, and I play Domri. I +1 Domri, using the 1 mana to play Nahiri. I -1 Nahiri and do 1 damage to the tapped 1/1. I pass the turn after that. Andrew taps 4 mana for Ravenous Chupacabra, and then attacks Domri for 1. On my turn, I play Timber Gorge, and I -4 Nahiri to kill the Pitiless Plunderer. I then play Angrath's Rampage, forcing him to sacrifice the 2/2 and saving Domri. In Andrew's turn, he taps the mana and then plays Muldrotha, passing the turn. At his end step, I mortify Muldrotha, killing it. I move to my turn, and I play Guildgate for the turn. I then tap the mana necessary to play Niv Mizzet Reborn, revealing the top 10 cards in my library. Among those cards are Oath of Teferi and Growth Spiral. I then pass the turn, and in Andrew's turn, he then plays Herald of the Dreadhorde. At his end step, I play Growth Spiral. Then I play Dovin Grand Arbiter and Oath of Teferi. With Oath of Teferi, I exile Nahiri. I then -2 Domri to have Niv Mizzet fight Herald of the Dreadhorde. However, Niv Mizzet is then met with an Assassin's Trophy. I failed to find any basic lands. I then play Applied Biomancy, bouncing his Herald back to his hand, and here he re-enters the battlefield with the counters on her. During Andrew's turn, he taps the mana and plays Tendershoot Dryad, and at my upkeep he makes a 1/1 Sapperling. I play Flux Channeler and follow it up with an Arlen Voice of the Pack, and playing Arlen causes the Flux Channeler to proliferate on all of my planeswalkers. I then downtick Arlen to create a Wolf, which enters with a +1/+1 counter. I +1 Dovin, and I downtick Arlen once more to create another Wolf that enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. I then use Domri's ability to have the Wolf fight the Tendershoot Dryad, and I once again activate him because I can twice with Oath of Teferi to have the other Wolf take care of his Sapperling. I then pass the turn. In his turn, Andrew then plays Muldrotha and passes the turn back. I activate Dovin, ultimating him to look at the top 10 and choose 3 cards and put them into my hand. I then play the Wanderer and downtick, exiling Muldrotha, and I then get to proliferate. I then use Domri's +1, and I cast Liliana Dreadhorde General. I activate her twice to get 2 zombies, and remember that when I cast her, I get to proliferate. I then attack Andrew for 8, and he takes it. I will then activate all of my planeswalkers to create more tokens with more counters. And in Andrew's turn, he plays Ritual of Soot to destroy all my creatures. He then follows it up with a Glowspore Shaman. Turn Sarkhan makes all my planeswalkers 4/4s, and Andrew concedes. Alright, so I managed to beat Muldrotha in Game 3. I apologize for the gameplay being a little jumpy at points, but I had to take 50 minutes of footage and turn it into something everyone could watch in one sitting. So thank you so much for watching until this point, and I will see you next Wednesday, so have a great day.